Hello and welcome back to Boopolo channel. My name is Pascal. If you like this video or any of our other videos, please hit the subscribe button below. Today I am going to do a review of these Wirefy copper lugs. These are for my solar projects that I was doing. You saw me doing videos on them before, but I wanted to get some high quality lugs, and I know Wirefy, you know, I've been doing their brand for a while. I purchased these myself and I bought them on Amazon, and so the size I have here is number 4 AWG. I will open it for you there like this, and they come with 10 pieces, and they come with the heat shrink. I'm going to crimp one now for you. I'm going to crimp two of them. I'm going to do a red and a white. There's two sizes in when you buy a lug. There's the size of the wire, that's 4 WAG, and 4 AWG is a 25 millimeter square, and that's what that are. They are tapered, so I've done ones before that were not tapered, and it's a little bit harder to get the wire in if they are the correct size. I have some number 4 DC wire for solar, for battery wire I should say. And this one is a 1/4 inch hole. So the hole for this is a quarter. So it says 4 by 1/4. So that would be a 25 millimeter. 1/4 is 6 1/4 millimeters, something like that. And so what we're going to do is I've already cut the wire, the big heavy wire here. Look at this one. And I'm going to put the lug on. You will need a one that does the lug, and yeah, that fits in nice and tight. Yeah. But before you do that, even though this is endless, before you do it, this one will still go on over this. It's just a good habit to put this one on first, because sometimes they won't go over them like they should. I am going to stand up and when I'm doing this because I actually hurt my shoulder. You set your crimper on 25 millimeters. So mine is set on 25 millimeters. What we're going to do is we're going to give it 2 crimps. I'm going to put the first crimp on this end here where the flange is here. These ones are heavier than the last ones I done. So it took a lot more power. It took a lot more power than it did with the last ones because the copper is so heavy in these. I should have crimped it further, a little bit further away from the flange. But I normally will crimp them twice, so I'm going to crimp this one twice also. So I'm going to crimp this down. Whoa, that's hard. Yeah, the copper on these ones is extremely hard. I hurt my shoulder there. I have rotator cuff injury from a bicycle accident, so I don't really want to hurt myself too much. Now, now look at this. This is like... Now, it does make a flange here. That happens. That means it's stretching right around the wire. So you can either use a pliers to pull that in or just leave it the way it is. But we're going to just leave it like that. And I'm going to put the heat shrink on. The heat shrink came with it, like that. Now, don't touch it after you use the heat shrink. It's going to be hot. As you can see here, you can see the glue coming out, just coming out there. So that's the glue that's inside the heat shrink that seals it. So that will be ready. That will be ready in a couple of minutes. Yeah, that's perfect now. That shrunk right in where I want it to. And of course, that looks like a professional job, doesn't it? Like, you know, but that's for 1/4. Maybe your battery. You can buy these in various sizes by Wirefy, but this size will do for the smaller battery. With the bigger one, you will need an 8 millimeter hole in them. You can drill out this hole, of course, if you wish to. If you have a drill press, especially, it's no problem to drill it out into 8 millimeter instead of the 6, or the 1/4, make it into 3/8 or. Oh God, that's hard. Yeah, the copper in these are hard. Maybe you would want to get a hydraulic. In the workshop, you will be fine. If you're in the workshop, it will be no problem to do this. But in here in the studio, it's a little bit more difficult to do it. And I'll give it a second crimp. Whoa, they're hard. The copper in these is a higher gauge than the ones I have used before. And, whoa, that's tight, yeah. This will never move. So in other words, the crimp has so much contact, but these are heavy duty, heavier than I thought they were. So I'm going to put the heat shrink on this one as well. As you see, it's the same as the red one. It came out excellent, par excellent. So yeah, so these are, I'm not sure if they fit. I think it's 7mm, or I think it's 6mm. It might need a slight little thing on there. I'm going using these now. I'm going using them inside on the project, but I brought them up here to review them for you. So that's the number 4 lugs by Wirefy with the heat shrink on them, the heavy duty. They are so heavy, they are 1/8 of an inch, I think, thick here, approximately 1/8 of an inch thick here. So these are not like the ones I done a few months ago, which were much easier to crimp. So they are definitely hard to crimp. So you would probably hold the crimper in the vise and get your 2 hands on the other end if you wish to do so, or buy a hydraulic one if you want to. I'll put a link down below where I purchased them. I bought them on Amazon. Thank you very, very much for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe below.